Nnamdi Kanu, Buhari may attend parents' burial on Valentine's Day. As the burial of both parents of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, His Royal Highness Eze Israel Oku Kanu, and his wife Ugweze Meme Sali Kanu at their country home, Isiama Aforoku community in Humaya local government area of Abia State on Friday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, draw closer. The Apex Igbo Sociocultural Group Youth Wing, the Ohaneze Youth Council worldwide, has urged the President of Nigeria, General Muhammadu Buhari, to grant the IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu presidential pardon to enable him come for the burial of his parents and accord them the last respect as it is in the Igbo customs and tradition. Also, they expressed their worries over the heavy military presence at the IPOB leader's hometown in Hafaruku community, few days to the burial of His Royal Majesty Eze Kanu in Umuahia, the state capital, and has called on Buhari to pull out the military from the community. The Ohaneze Youth Worldwide maintained this in a statement signed by its President General Mazi Okichukwu Isuguzoro and their Secretary General Mazi Oku Nnabuike. However, the Ohaneze Youth has warned the federal government that in the event of any form of human rights abuse or violation on the people of the community before, during, and after the burial of their traditional leader would cause a disastrous harm to the international reputation of President Muhammadu Buhari and the image of Nigeria before the world. Thus, according to Ohaneze Youth Council, the international community is watching keenly to see if there will be any form of human rights violations and abuses by Nigeria's military before, during, and after the burial rites next weekend. While insisted that Abia is calm and secure, therefore, there is no cause for alarm which may promote violence by the Nigerian military during and after the burial of Eze Kanu. However, stressed that there is nothing amiss if President Buhari in person or through his power delegation attend and send condolence message to the people of Afaroku Umuahia on the demise of their paramount ruler and his wife. As such, presidential gesture will portray him as a good father of the nation and restore more confidence of Igbos in this regime, irrespective of the self-evidence of IPOB's stance on self-determination and injustice meted by the systematic structure against Igbos after 50 years as Biafra civil war. Do you think President Buhari will attend this burial or grant the IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu presidential pardon? What's your take on this? In my opinion, I've said it and I'll continue to say it. All of these things wouldn't have escalated to this level if the president had done the needful, if the president had was able to manage the whole thing from the beginning. Everything would have died down, just the same way the hype, the issue of Shiwore that time. They would have just left him, to protest, and it would have be a forgotten issue. Nigerians will continue to speak, but at the end of the day, they've made hero out of him, out of a Shiwore, and now even the American government, the U.S. Congress is still saying they are not even comfortable with the way Omoyele Shiwore is being restricted in Abuja. But that being said, this issue of a Biafra thing and Biafra agitation, if the president had done the needful, and when you talk about disunity, the president started this disunity as soon as he won the election in 2015. The comment he made, and since then they've not been able to adjust that comment, most especially those his spokespeople, because the president himself does not really want the unity of this country. If they want the unity of this country, is to another level. It's not because of it's being patriotic, and that is the fact. That is just the fact. Because in the first place, when you came up with this 5% or 95% and what have you, then what do you expect people to talk? What do you expect people to say? As the president even said any consoling words even to the people, even with what we are going through in this country, has he been able to come out to even appeal, to plead with the people? He doesn't see it like that. He doesn't see Nigeria that. It is when the election is coming up, that is when you see him all over the place and be saying, I don't even understand most of the things he says, even during the campaign. But when it comes to election, oh, they are postponing election, talking about ballot boss snatchers, you will see him roaring like a lion. But when it comes to uniting people, most of the time during his speech, through his speech, you don't even hear a consoling words even from him. He said that, he believes that everybody is this, everybody is negative, everybody's whatever. He's the only one who is the one who is the saint, who is has a positive mind. But with all of these things that we have seen when they were coming in 2015, with all the propaganda, the hype, but now we are all witnesses to what is happening, to the way he has even handled the country. Because in the first place, if he really is really patriotic, but which we don't even see, if really is patriotic, this issue is just a small matter that would have just died down. You would have include everybody, and that is what is still happening in governance today. The way he runs the government, he only talks about people that he's close to. And at the end of the day, those people that is always coming out to say, oh, I can work with people that I know. Yes, see the people he knows, see what they are doing. Even it's even finding it difficult to even sack majority of them. The people he said he knows, see where they have brought Nigeria today. This man, if he has love, all of these things, Biafra agitation wouldn't have escalated to this extent. He would have done the needful by calling them together, just like this Ohaneze youth saying, as a father, the whole thing is not just there. You cannot give what you don't have. If you don't have the love, you can't manufacture it. You can't display what you don't have. The love is not there. When you talk about love, when you talk about patriotism, it's not there. You could see that everything that has been happening from his side is just window dressing. No love for Nigeria that they even claim they talk about. He said, during his time that Nigeria will not break up. With all of these things that are happening, you expect Nigeria not to break. With your attitude, with your position, with your submission, with your body language, you expect one Nigeria with all these things. It's not going to happen. It's not something you just want. It's going to you enforce, or you are going to force on people, down the throat of people. Your action will speak that, yes, indeed, Nigeria, must be united, or Nigeria must be one. But with all of this that we are seeing, who in his right senses will say, with what is happening, yes, Nigeria is this. A lot of them coming in different angles. Oh, Nigeria uh, it's not really, it's just a unitary system of government. That they always say the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but that is not what is playing out on paper. Yes, but in reality, that is not what has been happening. You see politicians here and there talking of restructuring here and there. If really the whole thing is working well, nobody will be talking about restructuring and what have you. See the Yoruba people now coming out, some group of Yoruba people now coming out to say, if he does not address some issues, that they are going to mobilize people to exit Nigeria. So what are we talking about? Then what is not different from what the IPOB is talking about? Even those who are still chanting Nigerians, they don't even know they are bearing. They don't know their roots. They don't even know where they are going. Some people are just flowing anywhere belly face. They don't even know the actual truth concerning this country. So in my opinion, if he had done the needful, there's nothing wrong. He would have been able to cobble all of these things together. Okay, now you said somebody is patriotic. See what is happening. The soldiers they are not happy. The people who are killing the soldiers, at the end of the day, they will tell you that they have repented and they will recruit them back. The armies are not happy. The soldiers are not happy. So in that kind of a country, you won't expect people to be happy. Then people are like, okay, all the criminals in the country, let them come out and say they have repented and recruit them back into the army, or send them back to the society. If really you want that one Nigeria, when it comes to that area, that is to tell you that when he talked about the any attack against these Boko people, is attack, to the north. Is it not playing out? At the end of the day, me, I've never seen that kind of a thing before. If you have seen, let us know. Even if they try to negotiate with all these people who are always committing all this havoc all over the country, all over the world, they don't even come out to tell you that they negotiate with them. But at the end of the day, you tell us that after committing all those atrocities, you tell us that they have repented and you are going to recruit them back to the distance. It is happening. See what happened in what is it called? Borno State. Is it not is it not pathetic? Very, very pathetic. So if he had done the needful, this whole thing wouldn't have escalated up to this point. That's just my own opinion. And just like they are saying, there's nothing wrong, even if he sends delegation, even if he comes as a person, it won't be a bad idea in the first place. So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning what a youth saying that Buhari may attend Nnamdi Kanu's parents' burial on Valentine's Day. What do you really think? Leave your comments below and let's have your take. Bye.